This pandemic has affected everyone. Most urgently, has affected our students who are training to join the field of healthcare.
Many of them lost their jobs, they lost their primary source of income, they may have taken on additional caregiving responsibilities.
And of course, they had a great challenge in getting internet access and devices to help them continue to stay on course.
Many of our allied health students, in particular nursing students, were finishing up their academic year.
Students were really upset. They were uncertain about their future. They had worked so hard to join the workforce.
What if they couldn't finish their program? What if they couldn't participate in a licensing exam just because they can't afford to pay that licensing fee? I mean, there are so many what ifs that we're really struggling. How can we support them?
The community colleges and our foundation joined forces to raise funds to help students continue their studies, particularly the nursing and other medical professionals that are going to be serving on the front lines.
One of the first initiatives to result from the relief and recovery response was our First Response Fund.
The fund was able to provide more than 800 community college nursing students $350 to $500 in emergency cash assistance.
For some students, it helped them where they suddenly had a gap in their employment and weren't able to pay their rent. For others, it was helping to purchase the supplies that they would need. It's paying for these type of things that's going to help them to be successful.
I was actually working at a hotel. Due to coronavirus was going to shut down, so they didn't need receptionists at all. So I lost my job. I was worried that I had to cut back on classes. There was an email that talked about the relief fund. This was a fund that was going to help me and my family, me and my mom with the groceries, with the bills. That's what I'm really appreciative about community colleges, is that there's help when you need it.
Before the outbreak, I was working for a family doing hospice care, and the chance of me being infected with something and not realizing it and then bringing it to the patient, it was too great a risk, so we decided that I would stop coming. And the First Response Fund went towards my daughter's insurance, towards food, because they both eat like high school football players. To anyone that was involved in, the First Response Fund, I say thank you.
I chose this route because it was a lot more economically feasible. Every penny counts when you're living day to day as a nursing student. There's supplies, there's uniforms, there's gas to get to these sites. You have to pay for the BRN just to apply is $300. Then to actually take the exam is another $200. The First Response Fund just came at a perfect time. That money went directly towards my NCLEX costs to actually apply for boards for my licensing exam. I decided to become a nurse for lots of reasons, but I think one of the biggest driving factors is my own family and my own experience with health. I was born in Mexico, raised in LA. I definitely want to stay in California and definitely stay, helping communities like my own is such an important thing that I really want to do.
It's just really gives me motivation to be one of these nurses, and seeing my mom do it. She'll be the only nurse that speaks Punjabi, and you don't understand how many times she gets that sigh of relief in their face of just finally someone who can understand my language and I can tell what is going on with my body. And I just feel I want to do that. There's this HESI assessment that we have to buy for our nursing program, and it has all of our online virtual simulations. So it's a really big package, but it's $600, $700. So I was really happy when I got chosen for this. It's just one step closer to my goal.
Today we're working with our colleges to deliver a second round of this emergency aid.
While our students face many challenges now, it's vitally important that they keep moving forward with their studies.
They're going to be able to go out there and join the workforce and to help all of their colleagues on the front lines.
What we do here in California and what our community colleges do has a big impact on the workforce of California, but also on the workforce of the country. So anything we can do to help support our students to get them into the workforce will have a profound and positive impact for all Americans.